bringing you stories, insights, and voices to shape the future of business and leadership. This is St. Gabriel On Air.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Podclass. Today, we are talking about what it takes to maximally develop yourself as a student. Joining the studio with me is someone who doesn't just study, but she literally fights for her dreams. Welcome, Joycelyn. She just brought home the gold medal from the 2025 National Kickboxing Championship in musical forms open hand and creative forms weapon. Joy, welcome to the show. How does it feel to be the most athletic student at St. Gabriel's?
Why, thank you, Miss Neta. Thank you for having me here on the
Mhm.
podcast. Well, I wouldn't call myself most
Most
athletic,
athletic.
but I really do enjoy being an athlete and a student here.
So you love both roles.
Of course, I love both parts of it.
Okay, let's dive straight in.
All right.
We saw the photos of you from your Instagram holding that gold medal. He's so smiling and that. But take us behind the scene because we want to know, right? We're curious. What did a typical day look like for you? What's your a day in my life? Because I never see you post the content about that.
Well, on a typical day to day, it's mostly filled with training.
Mhm.
Maybe in a week, we would have around 6 to maybe sometimes either 12 or even more practice sessions in a week. So in a day, I would have 1 to 2, or sometimes if I were to take another extra session, I would have 3 practice sessions in a day
Oh.
because there's a lot of aspects to it, starting from drills, and then there's also technique sessions and also sessions for you to train your physique. There's strength training, there's also endurance training, power training, and of course there are also sessions for you to train your skills, and there's also a lot of aspects to it as well, from the kicks, the flips, and also perfecting your own choreo and with weapons as well. So it really is a very packed schedule day to day. Also having to fit in the time to do my assignments and attend class as well. That is what a day would usually look like for me.
Sounds intense
It is quite
and
intense.
exhausting.
Exhausting, definitely.
But good for you. You managed through it all, right?
Yeah, somehow I do.
Was there ever a moment where you think that this isn't working out or where you feel like giving up in the journey or in the stage where you feel like it's not working? And how do you deal with that?
Well, there are definitely some low moments when
Mm.
I come to question myself again. Oh, is this really what I want to do? Is this really right for me? But I think during those moments is where you really decide whether you're capable to push through that limit, you can say. There are moments where you feel like, oh, I feel down by this, but because I have a bigger goal in the end and I'm willing to push through and stay through those rough moments and actually push and see whether I can actually exceed what I thought I was actually capable of.
Well, so you go beyond the limit.
Yeah, I think every day with training is you realizing that you're capable of exceeding your own limits that you thought you put on yourself, that people usually have towards you, those expectations, and seeing like, oh, I'm actually capable of much more.
No pain, no gain.
That's true.
No, this is what everyone wants to know, right? You're a national athlete, you
Mhm.
travel for competition, you train for hours, like you mentioned, different types of training.
Yeah.
And how do you keep up with every assignments, deadlines, and all that?
Well, sometimes it can be tiring and difficult, but I think because there's an online program here, it really does make it much more flexible and easier for me. So I'm able to manage the time between my practice sessions. Because, for example, if I were to have a practice session in the morning and in the afternoon, there would be time in between. And with that online program, I'm able to do it from my practice place, or I'd be able to do it from home, not having the hassle to actually commute all the way here again. With Jakarta traffic, it is usually difficult, and it's far more easier and flexible for me to be able to do my assignments independently as well, so I can be able to arrange my own schedule.
So saving time, saving
Yeah.
money,
Saving energy
energy
as
yeah.
well.
So you don't have to be stuck in like a desk in a
Yeah.
classroom all day.
It's far more easier for me to not actually just study in class, but I can study from anywhere I'm at. And I think that really is what helps me actually survive the day to day.
Okay, talking about flexibility, like studying online and balancing between your study life and your career life as an athlete, do you miss out on like social gatherings? Even like you're a young girl, right? What does a normal teenage life look for you? Do you have to say no on gatherings, family events?
Well, there are definitely moments that I have to let go of and sacrifice. There are moments that I definitely have missed due to it clashing with my practice session or even larger events. And sometimes there are times where I feel like, oh, so I have to miss out on this, I have to miss out on that. But there's actually, I feel like I found sort of the balance on where I can still enjoy my youth. I can still have time to go out with my friends on the holidays, on the weekends, perhaps. That maybe people choose to have rest days on the weekends, but I think, oh, I think I have to put in the extra energy and time for me to maintain my social life as well. So maybe instead of just waking up late and staying in longer, but sometimes maybe I just uh, put out the extra time to still manage to go out with my friends, spend time with my family as well. Because I do feel like it's an important aspect of my life as well, rather than just study and practice, but actually still making time with people around me really does matter and is precious to me as well.
So it supports your hustle and
Yeah,
an emotional side, right?
that's true.
So I heard from your answers, you sacrifice a lot, like time, energy, and also you gain,
Yeah.
right? Becoming an athlete and the results, the achievements that you get, right? But I also can read discipline from that. Effort, discipline, time management. And do you think as a student that contributes to your life in general, to your personal development?
Oh, definitely, for sure. I do feel like someone can learn a lot from sports, especially from the aspect of discipline, as you mentioned, Miss. Discipline is something that is very important, and I do feel like really does apply to my studies, especially that endurance when you're training and you're already tired, but you know you still have to push for that extra mile. And I feel like through that, learning through that experience, I'm able to apply it to my studies as well. Maybe it's already a long night, I'm tired from training, but I do know that I have responsibility to complete my assignments as well. And well, yeah, that extra push and get, oh, I can still stay up another hour to do it. And with being an athlete as a professional job, I do feel like I am obligated to be more mature as I'm working with adults. They expect me to be able to act as an adult as well. And with that, I feel like that sense of maturity and also knowing that it helps me appreciate time more really does help me be more wise with my time management with my school and study life as well.
Because you only have a limited
Yeah,
time.
I have very limited time.
And I can also see that you're breaking the stereotype. Like some people think if you're an athlete, you forget your studies and everything else is left behind. But for you, it's not like that.
Yeah, I think people underestimate and have that stereotype thinking again, oh, athletes usually just neglect their education, they don't study. But I do still see education as something important for
Important.
my future and my career as well. So I do still feel there's still a balance to it, and it's not that one is more important than the other. Well, you still have to sort out your priorities schedule wise, but it's still possible for you to actually excel at both if you're willing to put in the extra time, effort, and energy.
So there's effort to it, guys.
Yeah.
So what's next for the gold medalist winner? Are we looking at international stages or any other types of championships?
Well, I am looking forward to be able to compete in international stages maybe soon. I do hope I can represent the country in a national
Indonesia.
an international championship. But maybe for the short term this year, I'll be looking forward to either one or two more national championships
Wow.
representing DKI Jakarta.
Good luck.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay, last question, Joy.
Yes.
What is your message to other students who have a big passion? Teenagers nowadays, they like sports, they like art, they like music, and some of them are afraid they can't do both because, the stereotype of neglecting
Yeah.
one thing and another. What's your message for them?
Well, I do think that I would like to advise everyone who has a passion or has a
Mm,
dream, well, don't be afraid to chase and go for it, even though
mm,
sometimes it may be difficult. It's not as easy, or people would often just assume that, oh, you're just a student or you're just an
mm,
athlete. There's nothing wrong with being both. It's very
mm,
much possible to be both if you're willing to go through that
mm,
mile, if you're willing to push through it and
mm,
willing to put the effort. It really is possible for you if you're willing to chase it, no matter how many obstacles would come in
mm.
your way. But I do believe that if you put in the effort and hard work and is willing to make all those sacrifices, you have the right mindset to push through, that it's not impossible. You are definitely capable of doing more than what you limit yourself to and what people expect you to be able to do.
Okay, what a powerful way to end the episode. Thank you, Joy, for being an inspiration for all of us. We are so proud to have you at St. Gabriel. And for our listeners, thank you for tuning in to the podcast. Go out there and achieve your own gold medal today. Bye.
Bye.